guys, welcome to the entire Series 7 and reviewing this, which is Imaginext DC Super Friends, Oozing, Clayface, and Robin. So this is really cool. We got a nice clear view in box, and Clayface is big. It's the new one. We got Batman, DC. We got the Damian, Wayne, Robin there. Very cool set. And I like the choice of characters for this one. On the back, we do have a bio for Damian, Wayne, and Clayface. And I like that they actually call him Damian Wayne there. I think that's pretty cool. I know Damian's a popular character now. Personally, I'm not too big into him, but I think he's kind of cool. So yeah, let's open this up. So here we have Clayface and Damian. And as you can see, the new Clayface is absolutely massive. I remember the original Clayface. I remember the day I got him. I think I was 11 then. I'm 19 now. So, you know, obviously I've changed quite a bit. And I definitely think the new Clayface looks good. I remember I loved the old Clayface, and I really like the look of this one too, and I will show them off together in a moment. I'm going to look at Robin first though in detail, just because he's a little bit smaller, and overall I think they've done a good job. I think they've captured the likeness of Damian well. He's got the green mask and the spiked up hair on back, and I really do like that. And he's got the black cape with the green gloves. I like the black on the arms. I like his little R symbol, and it's pretty nice looking Robin actually, so I like that. Here's a comparison with Nightwing and Batman, and if you look closely, Damian's a little bit shorter than Nightwing and Batman just because he's a kid. They did that on the older Robin figures, and I'm glad they brought it back for here. And overall, I think he's really cool looking. Now, moving on to Clayface. Clayface is really awesome. He's got these giant yellow eyes, and he has his teeth there, and he looks very grimacing, and he's also got all the clay sculpted on him. And one thing I really like, too, that they brought over the black marble spots that the original version had. They brought that back, and it really does the job of making him look like mud and clay. And you'll also notice some areas where he looks like chunks, and you can just like see parts of him. So it really does look like mold, or not mold, but like mud or something. So it's pretty cool. Like, it's not like a flat surface or anything, which is what something kind of a little bit of a problem the original had. Some areas, but this one, it definitely kind of looks like a clay creature type thing. And he's got his spike ball arm there, which is neat. Now, the original had a removable hammer. I kind of wish this was removable, but nonetheless, it's pretty cool. And then he's got his feet there, and yeah. So basically, how it works is there's this button on his back, and his mouth opens. And what the idea is for this, it's that you would take this slime and pour it in the top of his head here. This actually opens up, and you'd press that, and slime would run through his mouth. Now, personally, I'm not interested in that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin the toy, or, you know, it probably wouldn't ruin toy, but I don't want to, you know, kind of like test it. So I'm not going to do that. But nonetheless, I do think that's pretty cool. And he does feature arm rotation. Both his arms rotate 360, his wrist rotate, and his legs do bend as well. Now, here's a size comparison with Doomsday. You can see he's basically the same height as Doomsday. I always like these deluxe figures that are a lot bigger. I think they look pretty cool. And yeah, and then here's a comparison with the OG Clayface. And as you can see, he's a lot bigger than the original Clayface was. And overall, I really do like the new one more. But I will say, I don't think this was a bad figure when it came out. It was only like $5, or not $5. It was around, you know, the standard Imaginext price, around $5 or $8. It really wasn't a bad figure for what it was. I actually feel it was pretty good for its time. I do like this one more just because he's updated and he's bigger. But overall, I do think the original still holds up. And they did make a couple versions of this. They made an ice version and a snow version, which to me never made sense because Clayface never looked like that. But nonetheless, I thought it was pretty cool, and I do really like the new one. I think he's neat. I like how big he is. Definitely one I'm very excited to put in the collection. And I also love the Damian Wayne Robin. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of his character, but I do love that Imaginext included him in their lineup. They've done just about every member of the Bat family aside from like Alfred and Spoiler and a couple others. So, you know, like having Damian here really does complete the collection, and especially with their modern Batman, because, you know, they did Duke Thomas, and then they did the Rebirth Batman, and they've done a lot of characters from the more recent Batman comics. So having Damian here just really completes that. So overall, yeah, I think it's cool. Thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.